Welcome back to the Stardew Valley Granny Challenge. Challenge where we attempt to achieve perfection role-playing as a grandma who cannot miss a birthday, giving only love gifts, also completing every help wanted quest, special orders board, optional Quee quests, you name it, we gotta do it. All while taking 0 damage in the mines. Hey Marina, welcome in. Good evening to you. How are you doing? Let's scroll down to Slime-tastic Summer. Slime-tastic Summer, we set up the slime hutch in the previous stream, and we've also been slowly working through our monster eradication goals for the slimes. That's the last thing we need, right? We also have some decorating still to do around the valley, and on the farm. So we'll try and start doing that soon. But yes, a nice summer theme. Also for summer season, since it's almost summer. When does summer officially start? Is summer like when school ends, or is summer when you have the summer solstice? Does the summer solstice represent the beginning of summer? Are we technically still in spring until June 21st or 22nd? I don't know. I feel like June, July, August are the summer months. And then September, autumn kind of starts. I don't know. Look, you tell me what you think. Um, let's see. Any birthdays coming up? All right, we did take care of Jas. So let's grab a little check mark and just add that over here. All right, and we gave her the green doll. And we're safe until Gus's birthday on Monday. So I don't need to worry about anything like that. What else do we got here? Saturday, we're logging in. We've got no birthday, no special order. We just need the help wanted, right? That's the only thing we need to check. So I guess, yeah, we'll check the help wanted. We'll do the, maybe we'll try and kill some slimes and maybe do a bit more decorating. Like, I would actually really like to decorate the potion shop. This. Well, either we can do a potion shop, or we could do this little, like, Kokiri forest temple. I like both of them a lot. But I feel like the potion shop is more granny themed. It fits her having, like, it's, we had a lot of the, let's say, Granny's conflict has developed around rebuilding the relationship with her dad, the wizard. We haven't quite explored the same with the witch, primarily because the witch is unfortunately not much of a character in Stardew Valley. Um, However, maybe this could be Granny's way of trying to, I don't know, prepare at least. If the witch reaches out to her and visits her, she'll have a space that she can hang out with her mom. I mean, there's plenty of spaces she could hang out with, like here. But you could also kind of look at this and think, well, this is too wizard themed, right? It's a little bit too wizard. It might trigger the witch, right? Because there's that tension between the wizard and the witch, her parents, who are not divorced but living separately at the moment. Instead, over here, this I think would be a bit more of an I don't know, a neutral ground. You think Granny made a jacuzzi on the island? I don't remember if you did it or not. Yes, we made. Let me show you. We copied this style. Though we used slightly different furniture because we didn't have the retro catalog yet. And it's a little spa. Yeah, a little jacuzzi. Oh yeah, so we have this on our island farm is decorated very similar to this. Other things like we already decorated the bus stop like this. It'd be nice to go and decorate the bookseller as well, especially with the books. That's really cute, right? We did the hat mouse, similar to this. But yeah. Yeah, maybe we could start building this. Why not? Have a little potion shop. Okay. Let's hop into Stardew here. Okay, I can't. There we go. Hold on, got it. There. Oh, Kroby. On Fridays, I like to stay quiet out of respect for Yoba. I hope you don't mind. Of course. This is why he's a great roommate. This is an amazing gift. For my people, it's a great honor to receive something like this. He's got... Let's see, how are we doing? 13. We're close. We're close to getting that maximum true fartfection. The most hearts I will ever have achieved in Stardew Valley. 10 plus 14 for everybody. All right, let's see. What's our fortune today? Good humor. Very nice. Grab that. Well, I don't know. What are the ores? No help wanted quest. So we're free. We're free for the day. There's no traveling cart to go visit. I figure might as well go first to the mines. We'll try and kill about 30 slimes. Oh, we already have our tools in the correct order. And here we go. 1. There's one down there. 2. Let's see if there's a haunted or an infested floor. 3. 4. Is there one? No. 5. 6. 7. Oh my gosh. What? How does that happen? See, this is why I'm thinking it's going to be near impossible to do a perfect, hardcore, damageless run. If something like that can happen so easily, what chance? What chance do I have? Well, I obviously would have to approach everything much more carefully. Because we have the privilege of resetting the day, I I can afford to be more careless, right? 1. What the? Jeez, just give me a floor with slimes on it. There we go. Two. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. Evil. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21, 22. Hey Jay, what's up? How are you? 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28, 29, 30, 31. Oh, some vegan cinnamon rolls. Nice. Homemade. Because I know you can get the frozen ones. I've had some frozen vegan cinnamon rolls recently. Really good. Where were we? 31, 32. $33, $34, $35. You know what? We're just gonna collect all this because why not? I see a slime. 36. $37. All right, there we go. I'm feeling kind of creeped out because, there's this new movie coming out called The Backrooms. I think we had mentioned it on stream, or someone had mentioned it on stream, and I was like, oh, that sounds familiar because I didn't watch the web series, but I watched some explainer videos that talk about it. And now when going through the mines, it feels like I'm entering the back rooms. And it's really creepy. It's like, what are these mines? And we just go down, and each time we enter a floor, it completely changes. The layout is completely new. Who's controlling this? Or how is this happening? Why are there entities in the mines? I'm not a fan of horror generally, but with this kind of science fiction kind of psychological mind-bending thrillers, I guess, that I'm more interested. And the movie looks to be pretty interesting. I watched a trailer for it. And it does a good job of sort of setting up these questions. And you're like, wait, what are the backrooms? Like what's going to happen to these people that go into the backrooms? And they start exploring it, and they go deeper and deeper. It's pretty crazy. And then really weird, trippy things start happening to them when they're back there, because the backrooms are sort of like it kind of breaks the time-space continuum in some way. It's like a glitch in our physics. But yeah, I might go see it when it comes out. Are any of you guys planning to go see the backrooms? And yeah, Jay, okay, you homemade vegan cinnamon rolls. But yeah, Lidl also sells vegan corvapusti, and they're massive. Yeah, I haven't tried those. I think either Prisma or S Market has like the small ones that you just get frozen and you put them in the oven. And those are really good too. I mean, of course, it's not going to hold a candle to your homemade stuff, most likely, Jay. But I like the simplicity. You didn't know about the Backroom Zio, but now I kind of want to. The movie, that is. Apparently, like, it was this web series that went pretty viral, and it was just this teenager who made this web series, and very inspired by like video games. The idea of the backrooms exist as a place that people can glitch into, or the phrase is no clip. In video games where like you can sort of exploit you can like in Stardew, there's ways to no clip out of bounds, and you can travel to parts of the game you're not supposed to be in. These sort of liminal spaces. So it very strongly plays off of video game culture and whatnot. But it gets really creepy and weird. And the web series has generated so many fan theories that people now are speculating, trying to piece together all of the information, because the web series is sort of like found footage, where it's like researchers going into the I say researchers, but they're really like employees of the company that was sort of involved in the creation of the backrooms. Or maybe accidentally, they're like exploring it, trying to figure out what happened and where it leads. But then there's also just random people who happen to be filming, and then suddenly they glitch into the backrooms, and they're like, "What?" And they just continue filming while they're in there, and they're exploring and walking around. And the backrooms are kind of like a big warehouse that goes on forever and ever. But then it suddenly will change and it'll look like the inside of someone's home. And there will be glitched items in there as well. Like there might be a normal couch, but then there might be half of a couch, and like a couch that's like sticking partway out of the ground or at an angle or something, or like chairs that are like warped. It's almost like Alice in Wonderland a little bit. It's quite unsettling when you're back there. And then of course there's like some sort of creature back there, or creatures. It's not entirely clear, but so there's the horror element of that creature trying to kill people, something like that. So yeah, I'm interested to go see it, but it's also such a creepy and unsettling thing, you know. I don't really enjoy that. And my fear is that if I go see this movie and all it does is just raise more questions and not really satisfactorily answer, or like, I don't know, I kind of dislike it if a story is just all, it's like one big setup, and there's no conflict resolution, and you're just sort of like, they're just teasing you the whole time. It's like that's good to get the story going, but then if the story never develops beyond that, and or if it develops in a way that it just keeps on teasing, and like, sometimes I do get tired of that. I don't know if that's going to be the case, but yeah. It reminds you of the book House of Leaves. I've heard about that book as well, Stacy. You know about the Backrooms meme? But yeah, Zio, it started out as just a meme that was posted on 4chan of an actual picture of an abandoned or empty furniture store, right? And the way it was on the, it's just this empty kind of, not hallway, but rooms with walls and whatnot, where, and it's kind of creepy, the yellow wallpaper, and I think it's like the carpeted floors and the fluorescent lighting. And there was a little text on it that was like, "This is the back rooms. You don't know how you found yourself in here, but it goes on forever and ever." And so, it's a creepy text, a creepy pasta, right? And based on that, this guy started making a web series that got really popular, and then he's now directed a feature film that's expected to be pretty like a blockbuster now. Kind of a relatively low budget for uh, a big movie. I think it was like $10 million. I think they had as a budget. But yeah, there's a lot of hype about it. Damn, Granny, you look fine. Thank you, Abby. I got my Granny drip, of course. And Luca, welcome in. Yes, nice hair. I got the Granny wig. I've been wearing it for the past few streams. And I also got these Granny glasses, these little reading glasses. And I got them, I found them. The same day that I purchased the wig, I was on my run in the forest, and on a moss covered stone, someone had, I say someone, but these glasses were just there. And I'd like to think that the Junimos left the glasses there for me. They knew that I had purchased the wig and I needed to complete the outfit. They're also reading glasses, so if it was a prescription, if they were prescription glasses, I would feel bad about taking them. But since they're like super cheap reading glasses, just know it was the Junimos, a gift from Yoba. All right, let's teleport on out of here. Guys, we are getting really close to perfection. It feels weird. It feels weird. I feel like also we need to do something about this. I don't like this here. You know? Actually, how did I set this up in my original? It's in the appendix here somewhere, right? Like, you know, here, I'll zoom in on the part. It's too much. There. So the idea was to build this little area. I mean, we could do that. Yeah, why don't we put the flooring down? Let's try to put the paths down to finish this little area. And then let's see. It would be nice. We should probably start planting some trees and whatnot because it feels a bit empty around the farm. Maybe that's what we could do today. Before building the potion shop, we could start planting some stuff. All right, let's get all of the seeds, right? And, you know, we could make a few more mystic tree seeds, but it costs so many seeds for us to do this. But what's the limiting factor? It looks like it's the mahogany seeds that are the limiting factor. Yeah. So we won't actually, I mean, we don't need to plant more mahogany trees. I'd rather plant the mystic trees. Or how about we plant 2 more mystic trees? Like that. And then we still have plenty of mahogany to go around. We have to choose our mystic tree area carefully. Oh yeah, the grass we need more grass starter. Let me get this. I also want to make is it the tree fertilizer? So that the trees will have a chance of growing faster. Where is it? Here. Stone. I need fiber and stone, not sap. Of course, it's like 2 of my resources I have the least of. I feel like we need quite a few. Like 25. Yeah. All right. Let's think for a second. Let me get my seeds. Oh, I have so many. Do I even want to plant pine cones? I have so many of them. But yeah. Somebody probably left the glasses there to be seen and found by the person who lost them. Well, they're mine now, all right? Look, the glasses were in quite bad shape as well, I'll mention. They were very dirty. I took them home and cleaned them off, and I've given them a new home. But yeah, that's probably the case. Somebody found them, and they were probably lost a long time ago, actually. They probably had fallen off into the bushes, and someone found it and then put it there, you know? But anyways, what am I talking about? What do we need to do here? Get that fertilizer. Am I going to plant any of the mossy seeds? Okay, other things I need. Stone day. Yes. Lots of stepping stone paths. I feel like I almost put too many stepping stones down, you know? I think it was something like this. Whatever. I feel bad about chopping the grass, you know? Like, I want to leave the grass for the animals. But I also feel like maybe I should plant a little bit more. And I feel like we need more benches and stuff. I feel like my brain is just too tired to do a lot of these decorations. And like planting trees. And what if I plant the trees in places that I decide later I don't like? What, you know what? I'm just gonna go kind of random. How about that? Let's just put some random trees down. Right. Is it? Maybe. Like, maybe we just need a few trees here and there, you know? It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just in some nice... Actually, I do like the idea of putting, like, a tree here and here. So it'll, like, it's kind of symmetrical on this. I don't know. But yes. About the horror genre, I also don't tend to watch those movie series, but this week watched Midnight Mass, a series on Netflix. Gave it a chance and enjoyed it. There are some times that I was rethinking my decision, but overall it was a good story. You hate jump scares, right? Yeah, jump scares. I'm not a fan of that either. Those are tough. Okay, so we are getting some trees over here. And now it's like... I don't know if I don't like it. I don't quite like it like that, you know? It needs to be less symmetrical. All right. Is that good? Down here, put that. And then leave it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, animals are going to bed. And you know, I haven't checked one of these things in a while. That's just copper ore. Naturally. Okay, wait, can I go behind here? Oh, yeah, actually. Let's do that. We'll put that. Let's also put maybe one of our mahogany seeds back there. And maybe one over here. Like, I kind of just want the trees to decorate a little bit, but not too much, right? Like, one could go there. That should be nice. Do I don't want to cover up this central area. I like it. Or should I put another one? Fine. Oh, you know what? I forget to put down the tree fertilizer. We'll have to run around and do a bit more of that. Maybe before bed. Over here, however, is where I want a mystic. I want a mystic tree right here. Boom. Like that. And do I want a mystic tree by Grandpa? No. But here, leading to Grandpa, for sure, I want that mystic tree. Yeah, over here, we should have a few trees, I feel like. All right. There. All right. This area doesn't have to have trees. I think that's fine. And same over here. It's like, yeah, we don't necessarily have to have lots of trees. But actually, let's put this tree up here. Like that. There we go. Okay, let's go find all these other trees. Did I put a tree behind? I think I did. Oh no, I didn't. Actually, this could be a good area to like just... There. Okay. Well, I feel like there needs to be a tree over here. Like a tree needs to be right here. Maybe it should have been a mystic tree. I know I put one down here. Did I put them back here as well? Yeah, there's one there. One there. One there. One or more back here. But yeah. What is this? You played a horror game called Outlast. Zio. 27 in the chat has been telling me for a while I should play Outlast on stream. But yeah, because you laugh at your friends getting scared, right? Oh, I didn't put any... I definitely need some trees down here. Maybe this is where I plant the mystic seed. Yeah, maybe like right here. This would be a good spot for a little mystic tree. Boom. And then... whatever. It just needs a little glitter, you know? All right. I think it's a good thing. We took care of most everything. Evelyn, thank you for the bread. Pet that kitty cat. Pet that dog. Also, water the bowls, even though it's like midnight. It's a little late to be doing that, but whatever. We still get it done. All right, I think we took care of everything, right? Probably. Close enough. I think we planted enough. I didn't plant any more of these mossy seeds, but that's fine. I don't know if I like the mossy seed all that much. Where do I keep this tree fertilizer? It's a fertilizer. I probably should keep it in here. Yeah. Also put the grass starter in there. Why is my goat out there? What the heck are you doing? Alright, we have time. I can harvest. What part of Stardew is this music from? Is this Alex's 10 heart cutscene? Right? Doesn't Gus play this song for... Oh, actually... You know, I do like the idea of changing the color of this. Right? Giving it, like, a nice burgundy. Ooh, rich. At the dog. Should I call somebody? Let's see what Clint's up to. You've reached Clint's answering machine. I'm not available right now. My business hours, blah, blah, blah. Hang up. Dogs in the way. Oh, wait, I forgot. All right. And please pass. Thank you. Look at our beautiful little room over here, by the way. We don't have time. We gotta play some Junimo Kart real quick. Do you believe? Do you believe? Oh, shoot, I gotta read chat, but now I started this. Hold on, I'll catch up with you guys. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? That was I should be dead, you know? Like, I shouldn't be giving myself another chance. You know what might be the hardest challenge? To beat Stardew Valley. Playing Junimo Kart before every night before bed. You have to get 50,000 on endless mode without a single mistake. Hardcore. If you mess up, you gotta reset the entire challenge. It has to be like the first thing that you do is go floor 120 of the mines to get access to the skull key. Then you have to go beat... Come on, please. Okay, we made it. Good. You have to beat Junimo Kart, so then the next day you get it. The arcade. No, no, no. Okay. Oh my god, the bubbles are like... kamikaze bubbles. Buzzles. Remember the double bubble bouncy? I want to get another double bubble bouncy. What was I saying? Every night before bed, you have to check in. Hold on, I can't talk while doing this. Give me a second. I'm locked in, baby. Dude, the glitch. Are you kidding me? And I still survive. Concerned ape trying to get me. Actually, it's evil. We all know it's evil, Marnie. Speaking of 50 thou, no problem. This could actually be a really good run. Hold on. Oh god. Dude, impossible fruit. What the heck? How was I supposed to get that? Whatever. Run ruined. But we'll see. Woo! Oh my god, I'm so stupid. How did I even beat this level? I'll take it. I missed the freaking fruit. That was so easy. Hold on. Shh. Ah! That's okay. It was a good run. I'll take it. We made it to lava. Crazy. But anyways, hold on. Let me get back to you guys. What were you saying? But yeah, no, I don't really enjoy doing horror, like watching it or playing the games. Though I have watched some people play horror. Before I followed almost anyone on YouTube, there was a group of guys that it was like 21 drunk guys play Slender Man. I don't know if these videos, I should look up these videos and rewatch them. They were hilarious. It was just these guys, probably in a frat house, playing Slender Man together and freaking the heck out. And like giving each other like, no, go here, no, oh my god, run. It's like, oh my, it was so funny. It was so hilarious. But yeah. It sounds silly, but if a book is too scary, you can't read it at night. You have to read it during daylight, Stacy. Oh, and same for you, Marina. You want to be unsettled and scared, but not just screamed at. I agree, Abby. I'm not a fan of jump scares. Although I say that, but then Slender Man, the video game, was all about jump scares, right? So it was funny in that context somehow. Yeah, Outlast might be a bit rough for me if I'm not a horror fan, Zio. But yeah. All right, very quickly, let's just double check the spreadsheet. Saturday, no birthday, no help wanted, no special order. Oh, all right, let's move on to Sunday. Also no birthday. No birthday, and we do want to. Do we need to go check the Actually, we don't need to go to the traveling cart anymore. By the way, my wig now is like polluting me with little nylon threads. I feel like this wig is only going to last for like, maybe it's a good thing that I only got it now, because it doesn't feel like it has a lot of durability, you know? Like I'm going to be constantly trimming these little nylon threads. I assume they're nylon, some kind of plastic polymer that has, you know, whatever. All right, here we go. Skadoosh. Very happy spirits. All right, first thing first. We go to the mines. We try to get about 31. We go to the back rooms. The entity. 2, 3. Oh gosh, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, that was good. 7. I should check for haunted floors, actually. Or infested floors. So, oh. 8. Nine. 10. 11. Oof. 12. That scared me. 13. 14. 15. Oh, okay. Let's go take a ladder, I guess. $16. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. That scared me. Those rock crabs are vicious, man. It was very close to the entrance as well. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. Oh, look at that. Some green slime eggs. 29. 30. We could leave. We got 30. I'll go a little longer. 31. I almost messed that up. We're fine. 32. Alright, maybe this is a sign to leave. Oh my god, there's a bunch of down here. Okay, we gotta get them. 32. 30. What is that? 33, 34. 35. 36. Alright, that's it. Oh, there's a slime. Oh my gosh, they're so fast! 37? 38? What the heck? What is this floor? Okay, that's it. We gotta get out of here. Let's just go. Let's get out of the back rooms. I'm scared. Alright. We survived. Few artifacts here and there. So many golden spurs. Not many frog eggs, unfortunately. We haven't been very lucky with those. Alright. Alright, I want to decorate. I think it's only fair we should start doing some more decorations. I'll show you guys briefly. Wait, we never checked the help wanted board. Shoot, we got to go do that. I totally forgot. Oh. Sorry. Nothing. Wow. So yeah, Sunday, no birthday. No help wanted. And no special order to worry about. Alright. Okay. Give me a second. Yes. This is what I want to start making. This room. So the things we're going to need, obviously, we'll need the regular catalog, just the regular furniture catalog. We're going to need the wizard catalog, big time. Let's see, some other items here. Oh, we don't have a deconstructor. That's because that's an item you can only purchase from the Quee room, right? Maybe I need to go purchase one. Yeah, all of this is pretty much wizard stuff. And then just all these items that we could bring with us. It's actually very simple. And then instead of using hardwood, we just use the regular wood. We set the floor with this pattern, this dark wood pattern. We bring, oh yeah, the carpets we can get, the furniture catalog. We'll put some stepping stones and this other kind of, whatchamacallit. I'm not going to bring all the paraphernalia yet. We'll set up the potion shop without the potions, so to speak. And then we'll come back and fill in, I guess, all the extra things. Because I think, yeah, it's basically all from the wizard catalog. Oh, and the Junimo catalog. A couple Junimo items I can see. For sure. All right. Let's see. Oh, here. We need this. We need the wizard, and we'll get the Junimo catalog. I always try to bring wood and stone. And what we had this weathered floor. We also had the cobblestone path. I don't know about the stepping stone path. I'll leave it. Yeah, no, there's no stepping stone paths. I don't know, maybe I could bring a bit more. Like, yeah, I could bring a few of these items. Hold on. Okay, we have 1 charcoal kiln. We've got, what, 3 casks? And, well, where the deconstructor goes. Yeah. It's going to be really interesting to set up, actually. I mean, I said I wasn't going to grab stuff, but now I kind of want to. I feel like, I mean, there's no fairy dust in the image, but I feel like it should be in there. Like, I would put fairy dust in here over some of these other items, you know? Yeah, let's just grab everything. We have, what, Mystic Syrup, Life Elixir, Oak Resin, Pine Tar, Maple Syrup. Oh, there's a... That's interesting. Let's see, hold on. Do I have... Oh, I have plenty. Where is it? Wait. Oh, I need bat wings. No, I don't have plenty. I thought I would have had... Yeah, we don't have enough... Look, we only have 5 bat wings. I was going to make some more Monster Musk, but that's okay. I think we have some... We gave our last Monster Musk to Krobus, so we'll just let him keep it. I feel like a lot of these things would work really well. I'm going to bring extras. I'm just going to bring some extra stuff, you know? Some of the stuff isn't even in the original, but we're bringing it ourselves. There's like, oh, vinegar and ginger ale? That's interesting. The vinegar, and where's the ginger ale? Is it in here? We must, or did we give away a ginger ale? I think we must have given it away. I mean, even like moss soup would actually look really good. Let's bring that instead. I mean, even like sugar would look really good in the potion shop's gonna have so many cool things. All right, look, we're getting too carried away. I feel like I'm also gonna... I'm gonna bring a chest. Where do I keep the chests? But yeah. Hey, what's up, 27? Finland won against Czechia, the Czech Republic, 4-1. Zio talked about horror games with your friends just now. They wouldn't be able to play horror games like Outlast Trials on their own. Your jovial attitude helps them cope. Oh, good. All right. There we go. Potion shop. 1 potion shop coming right up. Please tell me I didn't bring. Hold on. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be that big of a deal to go back and get it. There's one very important thing I forgot to grab. The catalog. The regular catalog. Alright. So, put down the regular catalog, and we need two things. We need the flooring that looks like this. Hold on. It's a vertical, dark wood flooring. I hope it's in here. Maybe it's in a... It could be this one, but it looks a little more brown than this. Like, it's this one. It's this. There we go. And we also need, among the wallpapers, it's kind of like... it's almost purple. It's this really interesting purpley wallpaper. It's basically this texture, but more purple than this. Like this. I think it's this. Yeah. Yep, that's it. Okay. I'll go ahead and just put this here. Put all the items so we can like declutter a little bit. Now, oh, I forgot to bring the wood, the fences. We can set that up later. All right. This is going to be crazy. This is, oh my god, this is going to be so crazy. How do I even do this? Okay, well... it looks like... how many spaces up is that? There needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces here. Yes. Like that. Good. And that's gonna be, I guess, the main thing up there. But yeah. You got some pizza, 27. Very nice. Like that. Okay, I'm trying to figure this out. I mean, where does this go? I have to eyeball it because the original picture's kind of difficult to follow. Kind of tricky to see what I'm supposed to, what I'm actually, like how many tiles, because there's so much vegetation everywhere. All right. I think we're good with that. Now, I might as well just put this here. Here's what we need. All right. Among the wall hangings, we do actually need 2 boarded windows. We need yes, these log panels. And we need the wall lights. But wait, it's, oh yeah, these. I've never used these before. 1, 2, 3 of those. All right. It's crazy that somehow this is going to come together. All right. Trust the process. Okay. And then we also need like tons of these side tables. The sort of the walnut. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. At least 18 of these. Oh, exactly. I have exactly 18 spaces available. So how about that, huh? How does anybody think of this, you know? All right, and then actually I do need a little space here. I think it should be like this. Something like that. I might as well just put, well, I'll save these. I'll put them on later. I'll decorate with them later. But these need to go like that. All right, we'll need tons of wizard stuff. One of these. Yeah, the shelves, that's what we need. We need 1 runes. We need 2 of these stacked shelves. We need the witch's broom, obviously. We need oh my goodness. Is it the elixir table? Yeah, we need the elixir table. There's another, wait, can you rotate the elixir table? Or is no, it's the long elixir table. That's the one we need. Oh yeah, we need these, the short and the small. And the wizard fireplace. All right, let's see about where to put these. I think it should go right there. That. Oh. And that. Okay. We're making progress. We do need this wizard stool. We need 2 wizard dressers. Oh yes, we do want a few book stacks. Well, we just need actually just 1 book stack now that I'm looking at it. The tall book stack. Oh wait, we do need to put a carpet down. We need to put several carpets down. Oh shoot, that's gonna mess us up. We need 2 squirrel rugs. We also need this like circular purple rug that I think actually is in here. It's like this red rug, but a purple one. Yeah, it's the bone rug. All right, let's go ahead and pick that up. Put that back. Yeah, it looks like that. Something like that. All right, which catalog? I need, is it the wizard table? Yes. Any other wizard items? No, I think we covered it. Now from the Junimo catalog, all right, we do need these dark leafy wall panels. 3 of them bad boys. But hey, what's up, Amber? How are you? Well, I was on work travel to Idaho last week, so catching up now. Tyler, you have been crushing the decorating. Thank you, Amber. I owe a lot to you. All right. And to the kind people on the subreddits who share their incredible design ideas. I mean, the one thing I've done that is my contribution is the slime hutch. My slime hutch design is the dopest slime hutch design. The only disadvantage is there isn't much room for the slimes. But come on, I mean, it looks really good. All right. The slimes, they feel aesthetic, okay? They're happy. All right. What was the stuff I needed to get from here? I needed to get oh yeah, these little yeah. Hold on. Yeah, the Junimo pot. We need one of these and then two of the small ones. All right. What other random Junimo stuff do I see here in this image? That's kind of it, actually. Yo, where's the other? How did I only got 3 of them? Huh. That there. Okay, the big one goes there. Little ones can go there. Other stuff to worry about. Hold on. It's crazy. I think it's this. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's the left. Something like that. What else? Oh, we need candle lamp. Candle lamp. Not there. There. Oh shoot. Now we need, yeah, this is going to be crazy. At least 7 of these. If not more. Can I get all this stuff out, please? Of course not. Hold on, I can put down some of the rugs. Where are these other rugs going? So this also confusing. Whatever. You know what? We'll just leave it. We'll do something like that. I'm gonna try and mimic this one as much as possible. That's so frustrating. No, what the? You have to like place it. You have to click on like the tile beneath where the top. You have to click on the tile where the furniture is resting, not the tile where it appears you're placing it. How confusing is that? So don't click here. We got to click there. Yeah. Something kind of like that. Okay. Okay, there are a bunch more items we could get. So one thing I need to grab, the wood fences, yes. That's what I need. And you know, I'm just gonna get another cask. Instead of the deconstructor. I do like the idea of the deconstructor. But the cask is, I think, gonna look really good. Okay, other random stuff that we forgot. Actually, this is pretty interesting. Where is it? Yes, we can use a sonar bobber. That looks really good. Um, and oh, the dino mayo would look really nice. Let's put some of that. Maybe the wild honey as well. We're kind of decorating our own little the void mayo and some pickles. How about a magma cap? And obviously a purple mushroom. Come on. I feel like we need like lots of mushrooms. Just all around. Okay. Now the other thing we have to grab. Where is it? On. Okay. Grass starter, but wait, where was our fiber? Did we lose our fiber? It's just gone. Did I put it in another? Oh, it's here. Yep, I put it in a different chest. But yes. But anyways, hey Kaimo, what's up? How are you? Has Tyler finally become granified? Yes. I got the wig, all right? Oh wait, so you haven't watched the episode yet. That must be between 83 and 87. That's your gap. That's all, yeah. It's easy to fall behind on these episodes, all right? Because we're moving fast. I'm doing lots of them actually. Multiple, like how many we do one on average, I feel like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and sometimes on the weekend once. So on average, I feel like it's like we do 4 gaming streams per week. And each stream is like at least 2 hours, but usually closer to 3 hours. We're putting in the effort. But yeah. Oh, the slime hutch decor. Yeah, Amber, the slime hutch stuff was a couple episodes ago. Did I have a nice cup of tea and a slice of plain toast this morning? Actually, funny you ask. I actually did try beans on toast over the weekend, and it was delicious. Some baked beans with just some regular toast and some barbecue. I added barbecue sauce to it, and oh my god, it was actually. I'm like, this is actually a good breakfast. I'm a toast guy. I love having toast, but my toast is almost always peanut butter and jelly, peanut butter and blueberry jam, to be precise. That's my jam. No pun intended. If I bring you breakfast in bed, just say thanks, not who are you and how did you get into my apartment 27? Also, the mega decor is being timed nicely because this week I'm working on massive board of directors deck for my company. So relaxing granny decorating is perfect background. Okay, good. Good, Amber. Glad I can help relax you. Your brother's always grumpy at breakfast, 27. You're always happy at funerals. He's not a morning person, but you're a morning person. A morning person. You have cans of beans, Kaimo. I just reminded you. I need to start. I'm hungry now for some baked beans. All of a sudden, like it's actually really quite good. You know, a good strategy is maybe I should get the baked beans and just have them, just in case I'm hungry. And I'm like, oh, I can put beans on. You know, I have done other beans on toast, like chickpeas and you know, but not like baked beans and then barbecue sauce. I would just add chickpeas maybe with some olive oil, balsamic, maybe a bit of tahini. But yeah, I do approve of the British beans on toast. I I don't know if I approve of a lot of their other culinary decisions, but beans on toast is solid. Refried beans on toast with a little hot sauce. Actually, Amber, that's dope. Now that I don't even know if I can get refried beans easily here in Finland. It's one of those things that I'm kind of surprised we don't. I don't know. It's just not a thing here. Maybe it is, and I just don't see it. But I pay attention to the bean section in the grocery store. But maybe different stores have it, and just the S market that I go to here in Finland doesn't doesn't carry it. But yes. Oh yeah, you made some mozzarella, tomato, red onion salad to go with your pizza 27. That sounds pretty good. 27 is the kind of guy who laughs at a funeral. Can't understand what I mean? Well, you soon will. I know that song, Kaimo. It was like a rite of passage in elementary school when that song came out to be able to memorize the song and to sing the lyrics, but there were all, and nobody could agree on what the exact lyrics were because it was so weird. Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. You grab a drumstick and you eat Star's chicken. Watching X Files with no lights on with Dalamais on. Oh, the Smoky Man's in this one. Like Harrison Ford on da, da, da. I don't know. Like Stingam Tantric. Like Kurosawa, I make mad films. Okay, I don't make films, but if I did, they'd have a samurai. And then it just starts going like as I'm in the. I don't know. I can't even imitate what it sounds like. It's so weird. All right, what am I talking about? Okay, I'm getting carried away with the bare naked ladies. 1 week. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then down here, it's basically this entire bottom. Boom. Oop. We do need to pick that up to place that. We'll put it back. All right. Let's also. There we go. Put that there. And yeah, let's put down some of these items. Hell yes. Ooh, I like it. I like it. That. That. I thought that I had brought. I do actually have the morel. Oh, don't eat it. But you know, we can put it there. Or you know what? How about this? Let's add it there. And then also, I think it would look cooler. Like that's for a shop material, but this is like someone could eat. You know, like there's a little bowl of moss soup for you. Hold on, let me click away so it pauses for a second because I'm thinking. I feel like there's a lot of grass that we need to put down. And lots of plants as well. But I'm just looking to see if I missed anything. I feel like I've covered most of how it's supposed to look, you know? It's just the bottom area it needs to be surrounded with grass. Grass and other little plants. Oops. But needs to be like that, I think. Yeah. And I think we got all the items down. You know what else actually it needs? How do I do this? Wait, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know if this is going to work, but is that even? Hey, that actually kind of works. Okay. Good enough. Let's get rid of that. Just add a little light. And yeah, I think we go to bed now. No. I can't click. I couldn't click this because there was like no place on the screen I could click without picking up a piece of furniture or something silly. So, okay, anyways. Let's actually hold on to some items here. Okay. All right. Before we play Junimo. Oh yeah, by the way, this is just a reminder, this is what we were going for. We just need to add in all the grass and whatnot. And we have a little potion shop. I love it. Okay. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I wanted to check our checklist. For Sunday, right? There was nothing. No gift. No, we checked. There was no help wanted. No special order. But tomorrow, we've got Gus's birthday. And let's look up Gus. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Diamond, escargot, fish taco, orange, and tropical curry. I figure we just give him whatever comes out of the Statue of Endless Fortune. I think that's fine. Sorry, Granny had to sneeze there just for a second. But yes, anyways, wait, I'm coming back to you guys. But yeah, Amber, it might be in like the ethnic aisle and the refried beans. It's funny because back in Texas, we have so many refried bean options, you know? It's like the main thing. You're trying a new game today, Demon Bluff. Oh, I don't think I've heard of that. Let me know how it is. What's it about? You made a fake tuna salad, Stacy, mashed up chickpeas, and had it on sandwiches. Oh, interesting. Yeah, mashed up chickpeas are great. I mean, it's like hummus almost, right? But yeah, easy enough to make refried beans if they at least have canned whole pinto beans. And they don't. That's not, yeah, pinto beans. They don't have them here. I don't know why. But Marina, it's a social deduction game, and it hit a wall and cannot progress, huh? The lyrics made no sense, that song from the Bare Naked Ladies. It just sounded good, phonetically put together. Oh, they also did It's the End of the World as We Know It. Is that also their song? Or is it someone? Why do I feel like that's another band? Wait, I don't get this. Oh, okay. 27. I went into a restaurant that said they'd serve breakfast anytime. So I ordered French toast during the Renaissance. You know, if you could just time travel. Today I was thinking more about the time turner in Harry Potter and how it works. And how at first I was thinking, well, maybe it's reasonable that like there can only be one copy of you at any. Oh, there can only be like, well, one copy, two versions of you at any moment, but that obviously isn't what actually happens, because Hermione is able to attend like 3 lessons simultaneously. So, because I was thinking, okay, if you use the time turner, it takes you back 5 hours. But then what if you use the time turner again? Would you just disappear and reappear immediately? Because you're technically 5 hours, you know, you're 5 hours in the past from where you are, you know? So it's like, would you be able, but it doesn't work in relative time of like, it's more like absolute. So like you just, from wherever you happen to be standing in absolute time, if you go back 5 hours, you go back. So you could stack yourself infinitely in any scenario. And that's also one of the problems where it's like, why wouldn't they be using time turners so that then you could have a little army of yourself fighting whoever, you know? But anyways, I digress. I was thinking about that. Or I saw a little video of someone who like talked about a bunch of Harry Potter plot holes, which is pretty hilarious. And then it made me think about the what I consider not exactly a plot hole, but a conundrum that bothers me, like in the Lord of the Rings, not Lord of the Rings, but the Hobbit, where why does Gandalf think to send Thorin and company with Bilbo to fight Smaug? Right? Like, why in the world does Gandalf think they have a chance? Like, Smaug took Erebor from the dwarves when they were fortified, and there were hundreds, if not thousands, of dwarves. Okay, Smaug had the element of surprise, but surely the dwarves were still able to put up more of a defense than what 13 dwarves and a single hobbit would be able to do, sneaking up on Smaug, right? And the idea is that, at least Tolkien did later write that, well, what Gandalf was thinking was that he was worried Sauron would team up with Smaug, or be able to use Smaug to lay waste to the land and open up the possibility for Sauron to retake Angmar, the northern fortress that the Witch King once held for Sauron. So that was kind of like Gandalf's plot. But it was like, wait, but sending a small troop of dwarves and a bumbling, clumsy hobbit is not going to help. If anything, it's going to trigger Smaug to enact Sauron's plans even sooner, because that's exactly kind of what happens. Smaug wakes up and is like, what is going on? Why are you guys trying to steal from me? Clearly you've got help from the people of Lake Town, so I'm going to go and lay waste to Lake Town. You know, and he does that, and Smaug is only defeated because of like kind of good fortune, right? Bard the Bowman happens to shoot him in the right spot. I mean, it's not completely pure convenience, and the story does build up to it in a way that helps, I think, justify the sort of good luck. But how Gandalf couldn't, why would, but Gandalf can't rely on that. Gandalf can't possibly know that in advance and be like, oh, I'm going to put my friends in a situation where they all die unless they just get super lucky. You know? Like, what the hell, Gandalf? How does that make any sense? It's not like Gandalf is a prophet and has like divine knowledge or anything that would give him that sort of ability. The closest I think that I could come to accepting it is like that Gandalf recognizes that Gandalf's just in a different world than ours, a world that responds more to mythic actions than strategic actions, and what's required to destroy a mythical beast of a dragon is not an army storming Erebor to retake it from the dragon, but rather, you know, a rugged group of adventurers who travel there and retake the mountain in an unexpected, clever way, right? In a way that the dragon doesn't expect. So there's kind of that, right? But again, I don't know. It seems a bit much sometimes when I think about what was Gandalf doing? Because I think about Dumbledore, and Dumbledore is just the dumbest. I mean, he's named appropriately. I wouldn't mind it so much if characters are dumb, if the author didn't insist that they are the genius pulling the strings behind the scenes, and you're like, actually, it makes no sense that Dumbledore is basically just raising Harry for the slaughter knowingly, and that he's withholding very important information from Harry in all of the books. And it's the retconning that Rowling does that bothers me, because it's like, instead of just continuing to develop the stories in a way that's consistent with the earlier books, she then changes things and tries to have Dumbledore explain, oh, sorry, I couldn't tell you earlier because... And then he gives some dumb excuse. Like, oh, I was worried that, you know, if I helped you with occlumency, then Voldemort would have been able to get to me through you or something like this. But it's like, that doesn't make any goddamn sense, because who does Dumbledore assign to teach Harry occlumency? Snape, the double agent. Snape is the last person you would want Voldemort getting access to and possibly accessing Snape's own memories. Like, Snape leaves his memories in a pensive that then Harry is left to go find, right? So I don't know. Look, Dumbledore doesn't add up. I feel like Gandalf's mistake is like, it's quite small, you know? Whereas the mistakes in Harry Potter are just numerous. Every book is just introducing world-breaking devices and spells, and just, I don't know. So many plot holes. But that's another, I don't know, a discussion for another time. Sorry, I really derailed. I apologize, but it was important for me to express my feelings because I recently just finished listening to the audiobooks. I finished the Harry Potter series. But yes. You're not supposed to see yourself, though, when you take the time turner. It messes with you psychologically. Kaimo says, I'm way too sober for this right now. Oh, I know. I get a little carried away. But it's fun, you know? It's just like, what's going on? What's up with... Like, it would be easier to accept. Oh, I was greedy. I really wanted that coin. It would be easier to accept if Rowling wasn't, like, insistent on, like, oh no, it all adds up. It all makes sense. Like, oh my god, what a terrible jump. What is going on? I should have known that, right? Hold on. Like, that's also what's kind of frustrating. Like, she introduces these devices, and they don't even develop the plot in any interesting way. Hold on, I gotta focus up. Oh my god. She'll introduce stuff that, like, feels more like it's just a convenient way to resolve the conflict, not to develop it, right? The time turner serves no purpose of developing any conflict. The only conflict it could possibly develop was Hermione's OCD, which is also what sort of academic curriculum encourages these children to work like investment bankers or something. Like, what is going on? Right, like Hermione doesn't need to be attending more classes. Like McGonagall is like should be fired for doing that. I feel like my game is gonna glitch. Oh my god, I made it. That was lucky. I was lucky that the what is it? The ghost moved right at in the right direction, the right time. Oh, I'm playing really well today. Multiple attempts that have gotten past Ghostly Galleon. Uh-oh. I had to get that cherry. All right. Done. That was good, actually. Let's see if we can get past little mushrooms here. Oh my god. Oh my god. What a play. What a... Okay. You know what happened? I can tell you why I did that. My brain saw the slope, and for some reason, I went back to slippery slopes. And I thought that I was gonna slide, so I was anticipating sliding down the slope and that it would force me to jump farther. Anyways, look, I'm making excuses for myself, but it is what happened, all right? My brain just went into auto mode, and I messed up. I jumped too soon. Greedy fern. Don't be sorry. I enjoy your perspective. Thanks for saying that, Marina. Yeah, and I also feel like it's totally cool if people love Harry Potter. Like, I don't blame anybody or begrudge anybody for loving it. But at the same time, I think there needs to be space for being incredibly frustrated with it, right? I started reading this fan fiction. I don't ever read fan fiction. Although it's kind of ironic now that we started this Granny playthrough. This is basically one big fan fiction we've been writing about Stardew Valley, inventing Granny's backstory, connecting it in Evil Marnie and Looney Mo and all of this nonsense. But like, somebody wrote a fan fiction of Harry Potter if Harry Potter was super rational and like scientific. And a lot of people really liked it. So I started reading, and it's quite clever. Instead of the Dursleys being caricatures of just like really evil people or whatever, uh, his parents are, well, Petunia, but then also Petunia, instead of marrying Dursley, Vernon Dursley, she marries an Oxford professor who teaches Harry the fundamentals of rational like thought and rational inquiry and the scientific method and whatnot. And it's pretty hilarious so far. Like it's kind of it's funny. Like Harry's a little too smart, a little too, I don't know, mature almost. But it's entertaining so far. So I'm interested to see where this author takes the fan fiction. It was completed a long time. It was like 10 years ago he completed it. And so I'm just now getting around to reading it. Well, I mean, I'm only just now getting around to finishing Harry Potter for the first time anyway. So yeah. Because there is a part of me actually that feels like I want a better Harry Potter story. Like I feel like Hogwarts as a place, the atmosphere of Hogwarts is so well, I don't want to say developed, but it's so well depicted, at least in the first few books. And you just feel like there's this world that is unfolding, and magic is really interesting, but also confusing and a bit perilous, you know? But then the later books turn into something that is just, I don't know. It just, all of the magic and the mystery starts to disappear, and it becomes about all these weird rules and technicalities. Like literally the final battle between Harry Potter and Voldemort, spoilers, all right, I'll tell you spoilers. It's just Harry Potter telling Voldemort that he wins on a technicality. That he's like, well, Voldemort, technically, you did not take ownership of the Elder Wand. You thought you did, but technically speaking, it belonged to Draco, and Draco disarmed. I was there. I saw Dumbledore. He was disarmed by Draco before he was killed by Snape. And then I just recently disarmed Draco. So technically, it's my wand now. It's my wand. You know, and that's basically what happens. The wand is like, oh yeah, he's right. Like the wand is this sentient creature, you know, like when is that? It's like the whole story then becomes all about these weird technicalities. And like dumb, like really dumb things. Like, oh, Voldemort is in power. We need, and Harry, he's gonna turn 17. The love magic is gonna wear off for some reason. That the spell that's protecting him from Voldemort, it's gonna disappear. So we gotta escape. How do we escape? How about we all take polyjuice potions? So there's like 7 Harry Potters, and we all leave in different directions, and then that'll confuse them, you know? And it's like a really dumb plan. And what's annoying about the plan is that no one dies from it. Or I mean, I don't know, maybe like someone gets injured or something. I can't remember. But it's like, everything is so dumb in some, I don't know. There's so many weird dumb things that happen. And I think yeah, it's just like, I wish that, like Voldemort, first of all, Voldemort doesn't do anything that's actually all that impressive. There's all this talk about him being this big bad the greatest dark wizard. All we see him, he just like shoots spells out like whatever lightning from the rod, like his wand. It's not even, it doesn't even seem that special. I guess he's like maybe better at casting the death curse than anyone else before, like, but he doesn't do anything that dark, you know. Yeah, the whole story is all about these Horcruxes, and it's like, oh my god, this is so dumb. Like, why would Voldemort create Horcruxes and then just casually forget about them and leave them so that Harry and his friends can find them? Also, how incredibly dumb was it that one of the Horcruxes was found and destroyed because, and I wish I was making this up, Ron pretends to speak Parseltongue, to say the password to get access to the Chamber of Secrets where they need to get the basilisk teeth or fangs or whatever. And I'm just thinking, what the hell are you talking about? You can't do that. Like, if someone had a Chinese password and you had to say it out loud, I heard people speak Chinese, but that doesn't mean I can just start making Chinese sounds that I think are Chinese. And then, oh, I said the password. I just accidentally stumbled on the password through a very complex phonetic scheme, not to mention that Parseltongue is a phonetic scheme that isn't even human. So it probably relies on all sorts of subtle nuances in the hissing or whatever that are just completely inaudible to regular humans. Because it's a magical language. I mean, how can you just do that? When that happened, I was like, this is so stupid. Rowling is just off her rocker. Like, she thinks she can just write anything and we'll gobble it down, you know, and not ask any questions. There were so many things like that were happening that I was like, oh my God. You strung me along this long. How many hours of audiobook have I been listening to? And this is the way you're going to resolve it? You know, and then the obsession with like the Elder Wand, the Deathly Hallows. The Deathly Hallows, I didn't even understand it in the end. Like, what was the purpose of the Deathly Hallows? And then the story ends with another technicality where Harry is sort of like trying to... Is it when he's talking to Dumbledore? Or no, it's after they kill... Voldemort, and he's like, oh, now that I have the Elder Wand, maybe it's better if I don't keep it. And then if nobody challenges me, if nobody kills me, then the Elder Wand won't belong to anybody. If I die a natural death and nobody takes the Elder Wand from me, then it won't belong to anybody and it will disappear. It's like, what sort of bullshit rule is that? Like, why would that make any sense? Like, of course someone could find it, like, and use it. Like, what? I don't know. That to me just seemed like such a dumb rule. Like, the rules got really dumb, and the magic, and that's also for me what distinguishes magic isn't like technology that follows rules. I mean, there can be ways that you can, like, magic can have rules, but like, I think fundamentally, especially really the most powerful magic needs to be perilous and unwieldy and unwilling to follow human conventions or human expectations, you know? And that's also what makes powerful magic so dark and dangerous. But like, Voldemort didn't do anything. He just like got death. He just like made a cult, a Death Eater cult. And I guess he murdered people, but it wasn't through black magic. I mean, it was just the death curse, right? You know, he wasn't even him doing it most of the time. It was his followers. So like, why was he so powerful again? And also, you're going to tell me, oh my God, this is so frustrating. The taboo. Suddenly, now Voldemort's name is a taboo. So if you say it, Death Eaters get a GPS coordinate location of where you are. And they can apparate to you. And boom, you're caught. And they catch you. And it's like, what sort of... That's overpowered. That shouldn't be possible. I mean, come on. Because if that is possible, then why can't it be used by the good guys as a help signal, right? They could make a taboo around a sequence of words, like a password, and they could use that to like communicate to each other, like, hey, I'm in trouble, I need help, and then they can apparate in and help. That would have been a really good use of the taboo. Is it only available to Voldemort? Is this his dark magic that no one else has access to? Because it also seems like something that the Ministry of Magic might be able to do. Yeah, okay, look, I'm going off on a rant. I don't actually hate the books, I just want to be clear. But I get frustrated when you think about the story and you're like, that was so dumb. That was so dumb. But yeah, you do agree that there were things Dumbledore should have just told Harry, in the 5th book in particular, and Snape was the last person who should have been teaching Harry. Yeah, also, it didn't really make sense why Snape hated Harry so much. Like, that... There were just some weird... It just felt like so much of it was kind of contrived. Or rather, if you're going to set up Snape as a villain, you can't then change that and be like, oh, actually, he loved Harry the whole time, or like he was trying to save him. Like, what? What? That's just stupid, you know? And how anticlimactic is it that like Snape just gets taken out by Voldemort? Voldemort's like, well, I gotta kill you now, and he has a snake bite him, and that's it. And like Snape, dude, I feel like Snape deserved a badass end. You know, like he is actually maybe the most badass of all the professors. Especially when you realize that he's the one that has discovered all of the more advanced potions, right? He's improved on the textbook for potions. Like, he's that brilliant. I feel like that should have come into the story more. But he doesn't do any brilliant potion making. Like, he makes the polyjuice potions, maybe, right? Or like he helps Lupin, gives him a potion so he doesn't turn into a werewolf or something. You know, like, there's so many weird, like, Snape just getting taken out so casually without even a fight is just so frustrating. That was so dumb. And the monologuing. You grew up reading Harry Potter, Stacy, and have a lot of nostalgia for it. Yeah, I don't quite share the nostalgia. I didn't grow up reading it. I did read one of the books in high school, the first book, and I was so frustrated with how it ended because I was like, Dumbledore just changes the points? What the hell? Like, to me, that cheapened the sacrifice that they had to make. And that's another problem. Why would Dumbledore take the Philosopher's Stone and then hide it behind a Rube Goldberg sequence of puzzles that literally 3 11-year-olds can solve in a few minutes? I mean, come on. Like, why not just use modern cryptography? Just use some sort of cryptographic way of keeping it safe. Like, just create... Actually, we find out later that Dumbledore is capable of creating an age line. He creates an age line around the Goblet of Fire so that only students who turn 17 can put their name into the Goblet of Fire. Well, that could have been really useful to keep the kids away, like to keep any kids, or for that matter, any wizard younger than Dumbledore, away from whatever the room was for the Philosopher's Stone. I mean, and also the dog. Why was Professor Quirrell so incompetent at getting past the first test, or the first defense, which was the 3-headed dog that Hagrid put there? Like, I get it that it's a big dog, but surely Professor Quirrell, with the help of Voldemort, would have been able to just kill the dog, you know, or incapacitate it, you know. But instead, he has to go and like bribe Hagrid to tell him, "Oh, you have to play the harp for it," and it falls asleep, you know. Like, I kind of understand. I don't quite blame the story for being the way it is in the first book. What I do get frustrated is that then the story doesn't make sense in light of what happens in the next books. All the stuff she introduces in the later books just completely breaks the earlier books. And you're like, I feel like if you're gonna write a series, you got to stay consistent. And even if you realize you wish you had written things differently, or like you can't retcon it, you know. You gotta find a clever solution. That's your job as a writer. Find a clever way to make it make sense. Maybe that's the problem, is I think Rowling genuinely thought it made sense. Like, it made sense to her, because she totally understands and accepts these like very simplistic solutions, very simplistic explanations of like, oh yeah, people weren't taking luck potions all the time because, well, there were some downsides to it. You know, like, oh, it could make you overconfident or something like this, and so people just didn't take it that much. But like, that doesn't really explain why people wouldn't have luck potion on them at all times, just in case. You know, especially in the final battle, why weren't people chugging their luck potions? You know, it's not like it's that difficult to acquire, because Professor Slughorn just casually gives it out as a prize for the students for doing you know, a lesson. Who can perform the best potion? It wasn't even, you know. I'm sorry. I know I'm ranting. I feel like I've ranted about this on stream multiple times, and now I'm like, if you're watching this in the future, you're like rewatching the VOD, just skip ahead. I'm sorry. Oh, but yeah. Oh yeah, and of course, yeah, Rowling is transphobic. You know, but even setting that aside, if I'm just taking the story, the world on its own terms, the way it's written, it's really incredibly dissatisfying, and on almost every level. It's not as infuriating as other books. Like, there is some charm to it, but like so much of it is just like, oh my gosh. All the world building and none of the follow through. Yeah. Yeah, it was like the first books, it felt like Hogwarts and the magical world was really expanding. And then everything just contracted. It was like Rowling got too fixated on certain magical concepts and just focusing all her energy on having the characters explore these really dumb, I don't know, to me, very uninteresting magical concepts. Like the Horcruxes and the Deathly Hallows, and the world didn't really expand in an interesting way. I feel like there should have, I don't want to say should have been, but like imagine discovering not Narnia, but you know, like there must be magical pockets around the world. You know, like places where magic is like really rich. And where, like, I don't know, more of these like strange creatures and like really powerful magical beings, like fairies. That would be really crazy. But she didn't really tap into that. Everything was just a little bit too much of a joke. You know, all the magic was just sort of like, oh, here's candy that makes you throw up. You know, it's like all the magic was more of a gag. No pun intended. Rather than like, I don't know, something that, I don't know, developed in a more interesting way, at least. I don't know. You're not here for Snape's redemption arc, Stacy. And yeah, you'll never convince me that someone who bullies children for no reason is actually a good person. I will say this is one of the changes I actually really appreciate about the movies. Snape in the movies is played by Alan Rickman is much better, and he is still a bully. Like, I'm not saying that he behaves appropriately towards children, but like he is far more nuanced and less extreme. Like the book Snape is like diabolical, like he's horrible, and that's the other way. Like Rowling kind of goes over the top with these the caricatures of adults, right? The Dursleys are these extreme caricatures. I think that the Dursleys in the movies are also better than the books, because in the movies they're more comical. There's more comedic relief with the Dursleys. In the books, I didn't find the books funny with the Dursleys. Like, I feel like it's written to be very sad and painful to read, that like they're just so ugly to Harry, and like Rowling just beats you over the head with this point at the beginning of every freaking book. Like, oh my god, the Dursleys are still just these horrible caricatures of people. You know, they're like no redeeming qualities. At least in the movies, they were kind of silly or funny in a way, even though they were still pretty awful. Yeah, so I'm like, the movies I'm kind of enjoying more than the books. But at the same time, I don't know. There are aspects of the books I think I like. The books maybe help explore the magical concepts a little bit better, at least in the early books. Yeah. Tell me you're playing another day, Marina. Oh my god, it's almost 9 o'clock. We do need to do one more day. Hold on. Go to sleep for the night. Yeah, 27 was here on Tuesday during my finish. Oh, we got our slimes. Let's go check on our slimes. During my Learn Finish With Me live stream, I ranted about Harry Potter for a little while. That's why I'm kind of apologizing now, because I feel like I'm doing it too much. Come on, get that. Get that. Get that. What's our fortune? Perturbed. Gus's birthday. What did we get for him? We got a diamond for him? That's fine. Oh, wait, I'm forgetting. Poor Krobus. Hey, buddy. Still 13. What's that lovely smell? You must have been sweating all night. He's so dirty. He's so raunchy. He likes that musk. That monster musk. What the heck? What am I looking at? Oh yeah, okay. We do have tons of fiber. Okay, that's good. I can put stuff away. Actually, I do want to put the fiber somewhere else now I think about it. I want to put it here. We got to finish decorating that bottom room, but I'll do that later. The first thing that I actually want to do is ride me trusty steed and inspect. Oh, what? Look at that! What the heck was that? What was that? It's a sign. Granny just no-clipped. Granny just no-clipped into the back rooms. Welcome to the back rooms. Aw. Don't freeze them! That's so mean! They're our babies. Those are our little baby slimes. Look at them, they're little babies. Alright, I'm just gonna leave them. I can't wait. Are they both female? So maybe they don't hatch. They won't reproduce. Is that maybe the case? But that's fine. I mean, the terrarium environment that we have here, if that's the right word, is quite small. So it's probably better to just let them, you know, let them manage just with that. All right. Okay, we had a diamond in the rough for Gus. All right, it's Monday. Actually, we have a lot of work we can do. Hold on. We got to check all the boards. There's still no help wanted quest? That's crazy. I need that trash catalog, you know? Oh, hey, Gus! What are you doing? What are you doing up so early? You remembered my birthday! Thank you, this is great. Okay, we gave him a diamond. Wow. Oh yeah, the dog's little area is all cleaned up. The omelet, 2 dozen eggs, or 1,000 pieces of stone. For sure the omelet. That's so easy. Easy choice. Done. Alright. Let's go ahead and add all of that to our spreadsheet. Diamond. And which one? It was Gus's famous omelet. Let's just copy it. We checked it. I guess we could go complete that now. You know? Although I kind of want to go to the mines as well. But before I do that, I need to check the Quest quest. Oh, Amber, you saw that slime house? Hell yeah. It's my lofted slime hutch. I'm very proud of it. You think it's really cute? Yo, oh, you like the random bunny? I'm so proud I thought of that. Oh, the Skull Cavern invasion. Wait, should we do this? Because we actually do not have the staircases. We should have gone on Sunday to turn in all of our jades. Wait, okay, wait. Quiz Hungry Challenge. Make it to level 100 in Skull Cavern. We already did this one, right? The Skull Cavern Invasion. Make it to level 100. Maybe we'll do it. And maybe we could, this is the plan. We just purchase enough stone. We just spend tons of money to get stacks of stone that we can convert into the whatever. What are they called? Staircase. Not staircases. Ladders. What are they? I don't know. Look, I'm dumb. I'm Granny. My brain is fried. We're saving these 83 because I might want to upgrade. I might want to get the Galaxy Souls, you know? There are a few things maybe it'd be nice to get. Mushroom Tree Seed. We don't have any of those. The Deconstructor. Right, we don't have one of those. We could put one of, like, we could put that in the originally that's supposed to go in the potion shop, but yeah, we don't absolutely need it. We still haven't given Pierre the missing stock list. I think that's kind of funny, but yeah. Oh no, the stream is lagging for you, Marina. Sorry to hear that. But yes, it will be up for you to watch later. But yeah, thanks for dropping by. Oh, you need a male and a female. All right, well, I'm just going to leave those then. I don't mind if they're not reproducing. I think it's okay. But yeah, Abby, yeah, Gus was up to go to the island. That's really kind of cute for his birthday, you know? He's at the island for his birthday. By the way, look at this. 90%. We have one last thing, and it's the Monster Slayer. It's the slimes. And then we're done. All right. I guess let's go and get a few slimes. Oh, look at Pam. I love how, like, wide Pam is. Pam's got those big Bertha thighs, you know what I mean? Pam is thick with 3 C's. She's the best. Oh wait, there's a dude over here. Multiple dudes. Oh my god. 1, 2. Oh man. 3. Thought I saw another. No. Alright, we got 3. Oh, I should check for infested floors. Or I feel like, no, 4 was on the previous floor. That was 5. Alright, 6, 7. Was that 10? Something like that? I don't know. Oh my god, there's so many little rock crabs. This is nuts. I lost count now. I'm just gonna say 12. It's not like we have to get it by a certain point. $14. $15. I'm just trying to get like 30 per day. $16. $17. $18. $19. $20. $21. Oh. $22. Scared me for a second. $23. $24. $25. $26. $27. $29. Maybe one more? Oops. Yeah. 30. Okay, that's it. I'm not even messing. I don't even want to mess with whatever. Briefly, I just want to see where we are. Wow. 145 slimes remaining. We're getting there. It feels weird to be this close. It genuinely feels so weird to be this close to perfection. That's like, if it takes, that's like 10 staircases, right? Actually, let's see. Let me just double check this. Yeah. 99 stone for a staircase. And we need a bunch. I feel like I need something like 60. So I'll go ahead and just get a bunch of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we have the money, you know what I mean? I might as well just go crazy with it. Where we keep the crabs. There. Oh yeah, now I have too much stone. So maybe, hold on, wait, let me see how many... Okay, I have the staircases. There. 100 staircases to get us to the bottom of Skull Cavern, right? Let's take care of the Gus's Omelet quest. We could do that real quick. Alright. And we have some extra stone. for decorating and crafting or whatever. If we need, because we use so many stone, whatever, steps, pathways. That's good. Okay. Let's get some eggs. We're gonna run out of hay soon, I feel like. Alright. Okay, first of all, give me that rabbit's foot. Now, wait, we need how many? How many eggs? 24? Take that. Let's just see if that worked. Whoops, no, wrong one. Okay, that did count. And I'll just go ahead and get 22, 23, 24. All right. Pet the dog. I love our little Junimo area. I think that turned out really nice. Wait, Gus is here? I thought Gus was at the, Oh, why was he leaving at 8:30 in the morning? If not to go to the island? Strange. All right. What more do I need? I guess we could continue decorating a little bit. We should finish the potion shop. That should be our goal, right? So let's get what we need for that. Grass starter and fiber. Because I know we're gonna need a lot more. At least that much. It uses up so much fiber. Also, out of curiosity, wait. Yeah. Maybe I want to, like, harvest a little bit of this. Oh, I don't want to... This isn't actually supposed to be there. I don't want to harvest here because I like the grass on the fence, you know? I can take that. Wait, why is there a tree here? What the? I did not authorize that tree. Oh, we were supposed to decorate. I got a little carried away. Hold on. Also, I feel like we do need... We need some grass around this bad boy. There we go. Oh wait, this is the wrong room. Where am I going? Okay. Now, oh, I do need more decorations and whatnot. But it does look like that, yeah. Yep. Hmm. Okay. It kind of it's kind of coming together. I just feel like it needs a little here. Oh, perfect. That's it. Of course, we could put some more plants and stuff down here at the front. That's an interesting plant. I don't know which one that is. Okay, wait. Let me go back. It looks like it must be from the Junimo catalog. No. Is that... Are they using mods, maybe? That's how they got that plant? I don't know. Because it looks like a bush. It looks like the top of this hut, but not with this thing, you know? It's like, it's a little... It just looks like one of the normal bushes. Is it possibly accessible only when you do it like this? Wait, is it this? Is it the Junimo table? Oh my god, it's the table. Okay, I need a bunch of these. That's kind of crazy. And maybe a bunch of these little end tables as well. Um, you know, she needs more books on the ground. She needs a little book pile somewhere. Little... A little purple book. I like that. Yeah. Okay, we need the swamp plants. A bunch of these. Alright, that's enough. We got time. I can do it. We should have just enough time. Watch. Oh my god, that looks so... How did they know to do that? That's crazy. Oh, but maybe I could do that. Yeah, that's fine. It's hard to see stuff. I might need to put some more lamps around. Okay. And then what we got? Swamp plant there. Swamp plant there. Yeah, why not? Oh, shoot. How's it already midnight? How about that? There. I want some. I feel like I want to put radioactive ore around here. I feel like that would give it something. Man, this is coming together so nicely. Here, wait. I'm going to click away so we can just look at the screen without the time running down. Granny's little potion shop. I mean, come on. I just looked up at my camera and I look so ridiculous with my granny wig. I love it that like my sideburns are still totally visible on this. Like the granny wig doesn't come down enough. Or I have to like, I don't know, figure something else out. I just got to shave it or dye my hair silver. But yes. Um Oh, Amber, I like that we are supporting the lesbian slimes lifestyle. You can always hatch another. That's amazing. I do love that. We've got 2 lesbian slimes just hanging out. Was What did I think of this old TV show, Laverne and Shirley? That's what we'll name the slimes, Laverne and Shirley. I don't think that Laverne and Shirley were canonically lesbian in the show, but I just all I remember about that show is they would drink Pepsi and milk, and it was really weird, you know. Oh, oh, but Stacy, okay, good point. Gus goes to Pierre's every Monday morning. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, put candles in the grass. It will give a dreamy light without taking up space. Oh, candles. By candles, you mean the torches, right? That's an interesting idea. I actually want to try that really quickly. Hold on. Wait, I have to leave. Let's see if we have time. We've got the torches, right? We won't have time, will we? At least like uh-oh. Oh, there we go. Actually, you're right. You're so right. Can I? Oh, I can even put it there if I wanted. Oh shoot, we're totally out of time. Oh my god, we're totally out of time. Well, how did time disappear like that? How am I gonna get to bed? We gotta try. Go. Go, Granny. Oh my god. There isn't time. Go, Granny, go. She passed out right there. How cute. What if that was a failure and we had to reset the whole file? How crazy would that be? And just because we didn't make it to bed in time? I could have like I could have gone to Krobus's bed actually. We could have slept with Krobus. We should have done that. That would have been really cute, you know? But yeah. We already did the checklist and everything, so I'm not worried about, oh, did we gave Gus his birthday gift, you know, we did all that nonsense, right? So yeah, anyways, I need to end the stream here, guys. Thanks for following along. Thanks for entertaining my Harry Potter rant for like 20 minutes. I appreciate it. It's important to be able to rant about nonsense, you know, things that just don't matter ultimately. Those are the things that matter the most about, like, it's like sports, right? What's that Terry Pratchett quote, that the most important thing about football is that it's not really about football, or there's something like that. It's about so much more than football. But that's it, I guess. The most important thing about Harry Potter is it has nothing to do with Harry Potter. Laverne and Shirley was set in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where you live, Amber. Wow, okay. And thank you, Amber, for the tip on the candles. I think that works really well. But we'll have to go back. We'll have to go back, and I was in a rush. I was in a rush because there's no creative mode in Stardew, unfortunately. So, yeah. If only the return scepter brought you right next to your bed, right? Yeah. Oh, well. Well, anyways, at least we made it home. We made it to the bedroom. And actually, in the universe, what actually happened is that Willie always comes home right at 2 a.m. So he found Granny asleep on the floor next to the bed, and he picked her up in his gentle yet strong arms and placed her in the bed with love, with only the love that Willie is capable of giving, that Granny is capable of receiving. She couldn't receive it from anybody else. They're a match made in heaven, okay? Oh, all right, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up here, but let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna stream this weekend. I won't stream on Saturday. I might stream tomorrow, probably not. And we'll see about Sunday. Sunday, I'm gonna downgrade Sunday from like a 95 down to like a 60% chance of Stardew Granny precipitation. All right. At least that's the plan. Yeah, thanks for joining, Amber. It's good to have you, and good to have everyone here. Remember, if you're enjoying the challenge, the streams, remember to hit like and subscribe. Send some love to the algorithm for me, and for Granny Fern, and if not for Granny, then for Krobus. All right, and if not for Krobus, then for Willie. I mean, or take your pick of whatever Stardew villager you're doing it on behalf of. Yeah. This has been fun, guys. Have a good rest of your Thursday. Good start to your weekend. And yeah, hope to see you in the next episode of the Stardew Valley Granny Challenge. We're very close to perfection. We're basically just wrapping it up at this point, and it's very exciting. All right, guys. Have a good one. Granny Fern signing out.